2021's last Monday night should be a good one in New Orleans, with both the Dolphins and the Saints fighting for their playoff lives.
And the Miami Dolphins take on and the New Orleans Saints. It's a playoff race primetime showdown on Monday Night Football.
And for tonight, we're going to show everybody.
The Caesars Superdome in Louisiana. Miami hasn't won in this place in some 35 years. As we welcome you to the progressive Monday Night Kickoff. The Dolphins hit the Big Easy, led by Tua Tagovailoa, who comes in as the NFL's most accurate passer. He'll be throwing against Cam Jordan and the Saints defense that's allowed a total of 9 points over the last 2 games. You'll be playing your best football into late December, and both the Saints and Dolphins are. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Monday Night Football. Louis Riddick, Brian Greasy. I'm Steve Levy. Miami started the season at 1-7. No team ever had that kind of start, still made the playoffs. Here, Miami's ripped off 6 wins in a row. If they win tonight, they put themselves in playoff position.
Yeah, and there always seems to be a qualifier with the Dolphins. Everybody says, yeah, but of those 6 games, there was only 1 team with a winning record that they beat. So tonight, this is a step up in class. I want to see, is this streak by the Miami Dolphins legitimate? Is this a legitimate playoff contender? And for them to be that, Tua Tagovailoa has to come out and play well tonight. Saints defense, while it's going to be decimated, we'll touch that in a moment, it is going to be a step up in class, and there is going to be an opportunity for Tua Tagovailoa to take that next step and lead this offense. But there's no question, this team is going in the right direction. A big part of it is Brian Flores.
No question. Look, Brian Flores is one of the most dynamic leaders in the NFL amongst the young coaches. And he said this, he said, adversity, it'll either break you or it'll make you better. You have a choice to make. He said it made him better as a coach. It made this organization better. He also said this. He said leadership is about consistency and it's about service. The consistency of his message was something that resonated throughout the building, and he just went to department after department and said, what can I do to help you get better? Because that was what will pull us out of this 7-game slide. 6 games later, here we are.
Saints get their head coach, Sean Payton, back tonight. They almost got another hero back. Multiple local reports have the Saints reaching out this week to Drew Brees. He politely declined their invitation to rejoin the team. So Ian Book will make his NFL debut. Book looked around the quarterback room on Friday and saw there was nobody else. It's got to be him tonight. In all, it's 22 total players out for the Saints. 4 assistant coaches also out. And that's the heart of that defense, Lewis, that not only shut out Tom Brady and the Buccaneers a week ago, kept Brady and the Bucs out of the red zone.
Yeah, and the headliner there, Steve, is middle linebacker Demario Davis, who is an all-pro caliber player. Without him being there, who's the heart and soul of the defense, now Pete Werner, the young second-rounder out of Ohio State, he's thrust into the spotlight tonight. And look, defensive coordinator Dennis Allen said, I'm going to have a talk with him. I'm going to have to let him know you're moving over from the will linebacker position to the middle linebacker position. You have to take charge tonight. You have to help everyone else. Because look, there's no Quan Alexander tonight, and who's another starting linebacker, no Caden Ellis. That's a lot of players right there to go up against an offense that's a little unconventional with the RPOs that they run.
You guys imagine being Ian booked tonight?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure Ian was happy that Drew Brees' weekend was booked. But for him, what a great opportunity. You know, he just has to calm himself down, do the best he possibly can to not feel like a fish out of water, because he is going to be out of place. But he is very smart. He was drafted in the 4th round for a reason. Sean Payton loves him. He's very mobile. He just has to go out there, get the ball to your playmakers. Alvin Kamara has to be featured in this game. It is a very aggressive defense, probably the most aggressive in the NFL for Miami. He's got to be able to diagnose and protect the football.
So football's favorite cliche, next man up, will be severely tested tonight. Up next, it's the Miami Dolphins and most of the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football.
And the people say,
That was like Jordan.
We play 5 city, dog.
Welcome back to New Orleans, where the Saints have to find a way through the COVID wave that has affected every positional group on the roster, including and especially the quarterbacks. Laura Rutledge on the sideline tonight.
Steve, Ian Book has been visualizing his first start in the NFL since he was a little boy, but being thrust into action just a few days' notice because every other quarterback is out with COVID certainly isn't exactly how he imagined it. Trevor Siemian tested positive on Wednesday, so Book started to prepare to back up Taysom Hill. Thursday morning, he and Hill arrived in the parking lot at the same time, and Taysom smartly stayed in his car, saying he wasn't feeling so hot. Book started doing the math, realized, hey, I'm the only QB left, so his preparation kicked into overdrive. Book says he doesn't want any part of the excuses people might expect him to make tonight and is embracing this challenge. He knows he'll have butterflies, but hopes to chase those away during his first few plays and calm his nerves. He'll use a wristband with plays on it as an extra cheat sheet. Now, Book's family was already flying to New Orleans for a Christmas visit, and they got the news Thursday in the air that Ian was getting the start. His brother Nolan just finished up boot camp in Fort Benning, Georgia, so the timing couldn't be better for Nolan to be here. He's 18 months older and is Ian's biggest fan. His phone background is Ian in his Saints uniform from training camp. So, Steve, if Book can pull off a win in this critical game tonight, Nolan just might need to update the phone background with a post-game celebration pic.
Fun to watch tonight. Laura is in this evening for Lisa Salters due to COVID protocols. You've been watching the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. The opening kick from Nolan is coming up next.
Time to reveal the Monday Night Pick'em Fans Pick, presented by T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, and most reliable 5G network. And the fans pick New Orleans. Stay tuned to see if they got it right.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Made for shining. I'm gonna find that light. I'm looking for the silver lining, no matter where it be.
Late season history made and in the making.
That's going to be picked off. He's got pressure again. Loose.
New Orleans beat the Bucks.
The defending gold champ shut out at home.
Brady's first in 15 years.
You feel like we're underdogs now? We're in for a rude awakening.
When I came by,
Can they stop Red Hot Miami?
I take a lot of pride in what we've been able to accomplish.
The Dolphins started out 1-7, but kept their heads up and won the last 6. An epic turnaround by Tua and his team.
This team is starting to get into our rhythm. How supportive the guys are of one another. It's hard not to feel it.
Great one-handed catch.
That was like Jordan.
As the season winds down, these teams are revved up to win out. Starting tonight on Monday Night Football.
I'll go back to budgeting. Come here a second.
Before we roar into 2022 and Week 17, wrap up Week 16 here in New Orleans, the Dolphins and the Saints. New Orleans has won the toss, and they will defer. And we'll see this Miami offense. Tua Tagovailoa first. Tommy Lee Lewis, one of the elevations, is back for Miami. See if he gets the opportunity, and he will run it out of the end zone. And he'll make it just beyond the 20-yard line. Call for a blackout here in New Orleans. Here come the Dolphins in all white. And Tua Tagovailoa comes in 69.9% completion percentage. That's the best in the NFL. See if he takes a couple shots down the field tonight.
And that completion percentage in a big way is predicated on a lot of the short passing game at the line of scrimmage, intermediate passes. But in order for them to beat the Saints tonight, you might need to get that ball down the field a little bit more to Jalen Waddle.